the 2021 Bronco Sport Outer Banks. Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas, where you can find the most in-depth video walkarounds of anywhere in the country right here on our YouTube channel. So we do these complete guide walkaround videos. We cover not only just the model, but specific to the trim. So we are going to cover, just like on this one, all the standard equipment on this Outer Banks package. Some of our other videos will also include the different optional equipment and those different packages. In this video, we're going to cover just that, because we actually did a video on the different optional equipment when the first reservations first come out, so that people can know exactly how they wanted to equip their Bronco Sport when they want to go to transition over to the order. So check out those videos. I did a video on the Outer Banks on the different optional equipment, so I'll link it down below. So check out the description down there. Also should be a little eye up here where you can go to that video and watch it after this video if you'd like. Now, in these videos, we do a timestamp everything, so we're going to walk around it, talk about safety, exterior features as we walk around the vehicle, inside, all the standard equipment on this particular vehicle. So if this is something, this actually is for sale. So if you're interested in one of our vehicles, we do free shipping. I'll have more information about that at the end of the video. There'll be a timestamp on that one as well, as you can find it down in the description. So if you're watching this on desktop, on the timeline, you can actually see those different spots on there. So I make sure those are on those timestamped along that timeline there, so you can actually follow along that way. So also, don't forget, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, hit the red subscribe button down below so you can get subscribed over to our channel. Hit the notification bell. You'll also get notified the next time another video uploaded to our YouTube channel. So if you like some of the different Ford content, you may want to subscribe to our channel. We do a lot of these complete guide walk around videos for you. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to talk about some of the safety features. Now, I will tell you right now, if you've watched any of the other Bronco Sport videos we've done, all the same safety features on the Outer Banks as the base and the Big Bend. So if you've watched those, you can go ahead and click on that next timeline, go to the front of the vehicle. But if you want to go ahead and follow along with us, we're going to cover all the safety features that Ford puts on the Bronco Sport Outer Banks. Now, we like to cover all the safety features. It wouldn't be a complete guide without that. So Ford puts a lot into some of the safety precautions on all the Bronco Sports. So first, let's talk about the airbags. It does have a dual stage front airbag, so driver and front passenger gets a different size airbag, depends on how close they are to the front of the vehicle. So there are sensors underneath the seat, so that the system knows that personal safety system knows that, and deploys the correct size airbag depending on how close you are to the front of the vehicle. There is a driver knee airbag as well to protect them from that steering column. So if they're in a front collision, hopefully it'll protect those knees from any of the impact from that. Also, you do have side impact airbags for the driver and front passenger. So if there's a side impact, usually happens to the driver or the front of the vehicle, deploys the airbag on the side, protecting the occupants in the front and the front seat here, the driver and front passenger. Also does have safety canopy airbag that deploys down, has a rollover sensor that goes along with that. So if it senses that rollover, it's going to deploy those airbags down to protect from breaking glass inside for the front as well as the rear seat passengers in the vehicle. It does have advanced track with roll stability control, so hopefully that doesn't happen. The goal on that is to use as a series of brakes in milliseconds to keep you on your intended path. So going in that curve maybe a little too fast, it does have curve control, or maybe even you're on a slick driving road, it's going to hopefully use advanced track with roll stability control to keep you on your intended path. If you are in an accident, it does have SOS post-crash alert system that honk the horns, flash the lights for you. Also, you do have 911 assist. So if you Bluetooth your phone in, it'll call 911 directly if you're not able to get to your phone, so that way they can come to your safety. So again, a lot of safety precautions going into these vehicles to help you keep you protected. A couple things for those occupants in the back. If you want to make sure that those kids don't open those doors, even when you have the vehicle unlocked, you do have child safety locks on these rear doors, so you can just put the key in there, turn it, and that way you can go ahead and make sure those doors are locked and they're not able to open them. Also, there is the latch system. Lower anchors and tethers for children that you can securely fasten those child safety seats down into the back of those using those little hooks on the deep down of those seats, as well as you can latch those the front facing car seats to the back of the seats to secure those and keep them back against that seat and keeping them safe. You don't have to use those safety harnesses, and especially if you're going to have those car seats in there all the time, you can use that latch system there. So again, great safety features. Also, I want to tell you another one about the that goes along with the Copilot 360 package. And that is the pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking. So includes your brake support, forward collision warning, and just brings everything together, even pre-collision or pedestrian detection as well, to give you a really nice safe ride. So if there's someone going slower than you in front of you, or maybe even stopped and you're not paying attention, it's going to use a series of a message on the dash and tones that you need to stop. So that's part of the warning. If you don't, it initiates the brake support. So hopefully to lessen the severity of that accident, if not avoid it altogether. Now this is not front sensing system, so this system is activated once you go over a certain speed limit. I think it's 10 miles an hour. Front sensing system is a different type of system that alerts you maybe when you're going slower if you're pulling in the driveways. This does not have front sensing system, so I just want to clarify that. I've had some people question that. Also, there's post-collision braking with these vehicles. So if you're in that accident and you're not able to, maybe you're unconscious or something, and you're not able to keep your foot on the brake, or you forget to put it in park, post-collision braking will brake it so that way you won't wander into their lane, making even a severe accident even worse. So that post-collision braking is something they've added in the last couple of years to these Ford vehicles. So again, a lot of safety precautions. It does have EPAS, electronic power assist steering, slower speeds, makes it a little bit easier to turn that steering wheel. Faster speeds, it stiffens it up, so that way hopefully you don't get that crosswind when you're driving on the highway, and especially here in Kansas. So EPAS is a pretty cool system. It does have the perimeter alarm as well as the secure code passive and a theft system. So that way, even if you have your windows rolled down, the vehicle's locked, somebody tries to reach in, it senses that perimeter and then it honks the horns, lets people know there's someone trying to get in your vehicle. So even people don't realize, even with that window down, with that vehicle locked, it does that perimeter alarm system. So again, I think I covered all the safety features so far here. So let's go ahead and move to the front and talk about the engine and the styling on the front of the vehicle. Now, as we move to the front, we're going to talk about some mechanical features as well as the design and some of the features on the front of the vehicle. So first off, these come standard in your 4x4. So 4x4, they're made to go off-road. That's why they're only available in 4x4, and they're going to come with the terrain management system with the 5 GOAT modes. That's Ford's acronym for Go Over Any Type Terrain. So it does come with those 5 GOAT modes. So most of those are, if you move the GOAT mode switch that you can find there in front of the console, move that to the, I believe, to the left there, and you're going to see that it automatically will go into you have a normal, and then you have an eco mode, then you also have a sport mode, and you have a slippery mode. But then you go to the other direction, you have your sand mode. So it does give you those different GOAT modes that are available. Also, this does come with, I want to cover the engine here. Before doing that, let me show you how to pop the hood so we can see the engine. So this is a little unique, that's why I want to demonstrate this. If you see a clip there of the pull handle, so it says pull twice. So when you pull it once, you can see that it pops open like that. Pull it again, and then it releases it again. So you don't have a lever that you have to try to find underneath there. You just lift it up and you're good to go. Put the support arm, of course, in place. Then you can see the 1.5 liter 3-cylinder EcoBoost engine here. Gives you 181 horsepower, 190 pound-feet of torque. With this engine, comes also geared with the 8-speed automatic transmission as well. It is a 3-cylinder 1-cylinder deselect or deactivation. So if you don't need it, it deactivates that, so that way you get a little better fuel economy. That's why you're going to see about 25 miles per gallon in the city and about 28 miles per gallon on the highway there. So pretty good fuel economy. This does have the auto start-stop technology. Benefit of that, come to stoplight, stop sign, it's going to shut the vehicle off. A little bit better for emissions that way. May save a little on fuel economy, but the main goal for Ford was emissions. And I'm glad somebody pointed that out in the comments. And if you notice anything in the comments, please leave those down there. I love getting that feedback so that I can make these videos correct and the best I can. So great technology there with the auto start stop. If that's something you don't like, you want to deactivate it, Ford does have a disable button. It is actually right below your screen, which we're going to get in the screen in just a little bit, but it's right below that, just that little A with the circle around it. Just press that, deactivates it for that engine cycle right there. Also, this does have active grille shutters, so if you look through the grille there, you can see those. They'll open and close at will, so you don't have to do anything on your part. Slower speeds, they're going to open up, allow for more airflow in. High speeds, they're going to close it, allow for more aerodynamics since there's plenty of air coming up underneath to cool the engine off. So love those technologies. You also get front and rear stabilizer bar, so it is really made to go off-road with those different stabilizer bars. Let's go ahead and shut this so we can get to the styling of the front here. So this does look a little different than you would see with the Big Bend, so it is an upgrade. So you're going to see a nice high gloss black painted grille up here with the Bronco white lettering up there. So really makes an impact, makes it look a lot better here on the front when you go up to the Outer Banks. Also, you're going to see the LED automatic headlights. Automatic means they'll come on automatically when it gets dark, shut off when it gets light there. Also, if you look on the headlight switch, if you ever turn the headlights off or completely on and you shut the vehicle off, when you turn it back on, it's going to automatically go to the auto setting for those headlights. So that's a pretty cool feature there. Now, signature lighting means this ring on the outside will light up when you have it in that middle setting. That is your signature lighting, or signature LED lights is what they're calling that. And then, of course, your LED lights in the middle and your LED lights coming in over here. So it looks real sharp there on the front. Also does have auto high beams, part of the Copilot 360. So just like your automatic headlights, no high beams will come on. If it's dark enough outside, if somebody approaches you or in the city lights, they'll go off. That is a feature you can activate and deactivate in your lighting section of your vehicle settings screen there in the center stack. Also LED fog lights down here too, so that's an upgrade. When you go up to, I believe, either the Big Bend or this one, but you will get the LED fog lights down there. Molded in black bumpers here, just helps more durable that way, protect it. Body colored bumper on the upper part right there. As well on the front, so looks real sharp on the vehicle. So also a couple other features you get with the when you go to the Outer Banks is that go along with the wipers. One of them is your rain sensing wipers. So rain sensing wipers, if you haven't one of those intermittent settings there, they'll come on automatically when it starts to rain on you when you need it. If it starts raining faster, it's going to go ahead and wipe faster. You don't have to do anything with it. It just automatically senses it. It is something you can activate and deactivate in your settings screen. If you're a person that would rather do it yourself, you can do that. Also, windshield wiper de-icers. In Kansas, comes in real handy. The windshield does a good job of defrosting off that snow, ice, that kind of thing. The wipers get a little wet. By wiping that, when they get wet, they're not of any use. Windshield wiper de-icers will help keep those defrosted, so they'll actually be functional to use in the wintertime in those great situations. So as we move around to the side, you're going to see the standard wheels, an 18-inch ebony and machine-faced wheel here. So great looking wheel. So that is your standard wheel on the Outer Banks. Also going to come with your all-season tires with these particular vehicles as well. You're going to see several accents on the side of it that are going to be molded in black material, and that's because it's more durable. Kind of like the bumpers on the front. You're going to see that over here with the wheel lip moldings. The lower rocker molding as well down here, going across, of course, to the next wheel lip moldings and back, and we'll talk about the bumpers in a little bit. Also, your mirror caps are going to give you that too, because sometimes from those wheels, sometimes it'll tend to maybe kick up a rock or something. You want to protect it, so that's going to do that. Also, manual fold mirror for that. Your roof rack rails are going to also give you that same type of material up here too, so you're going to see that. Safari style, roof line that they get with the Bronco Sport. When you go up to the Outer Banks, you're going to get a shadow black painted roof, and then you're going to get a black appliques here. So a little bit different color actually with those, and it's hard to tell on this because this is the Alto Blue. This is a dark blue color, so the body is going to be that dark blue. Also, your door handles are going to be the body colored as well. But that roof line is going to be a shadow black on all of your Outer Banks, so keep that in mind. Also, this does have, I love the design on the door handles themselves. You will also get intelligent access, so leave that key fob in your pocket. It's a keyless entry key fob, so since you don't get the key out to flip it to start or anything, it looks a little different. So you have lock, unlock. You'll also notice there's a remote start that comes standard with this, and then the key is there hidden inside. So as you can see here, you pull it out. If the vehicle's dead or something, you have that key, or if you want to use that for your child safety locks, that's where that's going to be, so you'll be able to use that. Keep that in your pocket. Just walk up, put your hands in the door handle, automatically unlock the vehicle, allow you to get in. Probably noticed the invisible keypad here on the side did light up for us, so if you want to use your own special code, leave your key inside. You can access the vehicle that way as well, or if you don't have your keys on you, you can use a special code to get in and out, locking and unlocking it. Just press the ridges on the doors, on those front doors, and it'll lock the vehicle up for you. So again, don't have to get the keys out to unlock or to lock it or to start it. We'll talk about that when we get inside. You will notice the Outer Banks badging here on the door, so all the different series will be dedicated except for the base with the door badge on the side. I think I've covered most of it. Privacy glass here in these side windows, on quarter windows and back windows, so that's an upgrade. I think when you go to Big Bend on above, you get the privacy glass. Also, Bliss system, it's that blind spot information system, so you do have the power heated mirrors and you'll get the bliss. So it's going to monitor your blind spot. So if there's someone in your blind spot, it's going to put a light in those two little cars on the corner of that mirror and let you know it's not safe to go in that lane at that time. I will tell you, if you put your turn signal on, it'll also blink if there's someone there. So that way they really want people to know that there's someone in your blind spot. Do not go over. Also, as you're backing up, cross traffic alert. Use the same sensors. If someone's going to cross your path behind you, it's going to put a light in the mirror from the side they're coming from, puts a message on the dash telling you the same thing in a series of tones, and it's not safe to back up. So I love that system and how that all works. Also, another feature that's a part of the Copilot 360, another Copilot 360 feature that they have is the lane keeping system. So it incorporates 3 features. You have a driver alert feature that's going to alert you if you take your hands off the steering wheel too often and let you know that. Also, you do have a lane keeping alert system, which when you leave your lane, it's going to alert you by vibrating the steering wheel that you've gone over to that line, or you're next to that line, you're about ready to go over it, and alerts you of that. And then you have the aid system that will help keep you in your lane. So it actually activates a little earlier and keeps you within your lane and bumps you back in. So hopefully those images give you a good idea, kind of the alert system, the aid system, and how that works. So I love how all that system works. The last thing I want to talk about is the EC Fuel capless filler door. So you just push it, opens up, no cap to worry about leaving behind, getting your hands dirty, anything like that. Has a double door system, so it does have to have the correct size nozzle. The outer one is a little bigger. The inside one is the exact size of the nozzle for you see at the pump. So even your any of your cans won't be the right size. You need to use the funnel that Ford provides to be able to fill that up if you do run out of gas in that situation. Instructions, of course, are on that lid right there as you're seeing in that image. So I think I've covered all the equipment here on the side of the vehicle. Let's move to the back. So moving to the back here, if you do any hiking, camping, you kind of really want to know how does this cargo area look, how does it function, and that kind of thing. So let's cover some of these features. Up here on the top, you have the center high-mounted stoplight, so it's your brake light, so people know you're stopping. Bigger trucks, SUVs, they're going to know that too. You do have your rear defrost with rear wiper, of course, privacy glass and this back glass. Now this does flip separate, so there's a little lever to the left, so you just press that and it releases it, so you can open that up. Either put the last items or grab things in the back so you don't have to open up the lift gate, so that's real nice. You will see, and really hard to see, but there's a little car on there. So there's actually some Bronco little nuggets all over the vehicle. Also, you'll see the LED tail lights here too, so as you're backing up or you're stopped, you're going to see those LED tail lights. So all LEDs for your lighting here. You will see the nice Bronco Sport white lettering back here on the back. And you also see this does have your rear view camera, so as you're backing up, you're going to be able to see behind you. Go to Outer Banks, you also get the rear reverse sensing system too. So you'll see those sensors on the back bumper. So as you're backing up, it's going to alert you when you get close to anything as well. And then of course they're molded in black bumpers like we did see on the front back there. Of course the hitch is not standard. This does have the tow package that goes along with it. So if you're looking to see, you know, if you're wanting the optional tow package, you watch those videos. This gets you an idea of the hitch you're going to get with this particular vehicle here. Let's open this door up. It is a manual liftgate, even on this Outer Banks. I know it looks like it's going up automatically, but it's not. So real nice system here. Now I am 5'11", to give you a good idea on headroom there. So maybe about 6 feet might be the max there. You also see up here, you see these little lights. They do adjust up here. They're floodlights. You turn it on using the button on the left over there. And then you can, you know, use those lights. Bring it down if you're working, you're camping at night, want to be able to see your cargo a little bit better. There's a light inside there. I have it turned off right now just for adjustments, but you can actually turn the interior light. You'll have one on the inside, as well as these that can come down so you can see all your different luggage and different camping gear and that kind of stuff. A couple accessories you can get that makes you help out too, so I love how it can be adjusted right there too. You have a bottle opener here. Forgot to mention this on my base video. But the bottle opener right there, so if you're camping, whatever, boom, you have it. You can open up those beer bottles or whatever it might be. Right there, root beer, right? So also in here, you do have tie downs. You have 2 on each side of there, one going each direction there. There towards the bottom. Also, you'll see up on the side over there are the carabiner hooks and loops. Of course, you have that set up on both sides. So on the left side, you're gonna have that with the interior, that light for these fog lights on the liftgate. On the right side over there, you're going to see those same hooks and loops, but you're going to have a power point on that side here in the back. So no 110 outlet, even though it's standard equipment for 110. The 110 outlet is actually in the cabin, or up there in the front, is not back here in the back. And then your interior light is right there. You'll notice, since this does have the tow package, that this is actually lifted up a little bit. We actually have a base without the tow package that we did, if you want to check out that video, but the the load level there would be actually a little bit lower if you do not have the tow package, because tow package automatically gives you a full-size spare. Normally you get a mini spare. Going to give you a clip of what that mini spare will look like from the base video that I just recorded actually earlier today, so you can see that, and then also kind of give you a quick clip of what a full-size spare is going to look like in there. Regardless of the size of spare, you're still going to have the little cargo management system underneath there with the funnel on the left side over there, so you have that right there. And you'll also notice two little spots there. If you have a mini spare, it'll actually slide down on the bottom, so you have a little bit lower load level there. But I am going to actually lay these seats down. Also, you'll notice it does have rubberized flooring here. That's going to be standard equipment, as well as the seat backs. So that's part of the Outer Banks. So you have that rubberized, so you can get it messy and everything, going camping, whatever you might do. So I'm going to flip those seats down, show you in a clip, lower those down, so you see you don't have it's not a flat load level in there for the above the seats. Gives you a little bit of a lift, but like where this is at right now, it actually goes nice smooth transition to that. If you have the mini spare, which is standard equipment, you're going to have more of a lift there, but if you put it on that upper one, it'll actually slide in. So I'm actually showing you a clip, and you'll notice that's got carpet there, because that's a clip from my base video where I kind of demonstrated that and how it can transition up on top of those seats right there. So I think I've covered everything in here, in the back here. Let's go ahead and move inside, show you some of the great features you get, especially when you upgrade to the Outer Banks on the inside. Now moving to the interior, this is where you're going to see some upgrades for the Outer Banks that you don't see on the Big Bend. So this is where you kind of upgrade some of those creature comforts, I should say, here on the inside. So you do have a couple different options for interior colors when you go to the Outer Banks. You do have the roast and ebony interior. Like you're seeing with this particular vehicle, I'm giving you a clip of the dash. You can see that. You're going to see that roast come through on the accents around the doors, even a little accent on the dash that wraps around over to this front console area here. So it looks real sharp there, and you're going to see that roast come through on the armrests and the console cover and the accents on the seats. You also do have the navy pier. So let me give you an image of the navy pier. So that's more of that blue look to it, so you can see the contrasting look. I'll give you an image of the dash as well as a side image, so you can see what the seats are going to look like in the interior from the side as well. So a couple different ways to go when you go to Outer Banks. Now the seats are a sport comfort seat, so they're a little bit different. They are leather trimmed, which means that the surface itself is going to be leather, the ebony part. The outside where that roast is going to be leather as well. And then the inserts that are on the side over here that are a little bit different color, those are an easy clean cloth in those sections right there. So that's how that's going to break down. So real nice seats. They are heated seat for the driver and front passenger. Dual power seat. The driver gets an 8-way that includes a power lumbar, and the front passenger will get a 6-way that will control the seat cushion up and down, forward and back, as well as the backrest there. Back seat does seat 3 back there. It does have an armrest when you go to the Outer Banks, so maybe even the Big Bend that can come down. Seats are the same situation as they are up here for those 2 outside seats, and you're also going to get a 110 outlet behind that console back there instead of your USB ports on the Big Bend. Also, you do have, you'll notice on those seat backs, you're going to have the zipper pockets with the mole straps. So that's carabiner hooks there that you can just hook those onto back there if you want to be able to put your different gear back there. So that's an upgrade when you go to Big Bend, and carries on over to the Outer Banks. Little slots here on these seats, though. I've noticed it on the Big Bend vehicle as well as these, so that's kind of nice if you want to put some smaller things in there. You can tuck those in those seats and get to those pretty easily right there. Now let's talk about the power equipment here. You do have power windows, locks, and mirror switches right here on the door. You do have a one-touch or up and down for the front windows, which means you just hard press it down. You don't have to hold it, and it's going to roll the window down. Same way coming up, you just pull it up fully and then let go, and it's going to go ahead and take those up for the driver's window as well as the front passenger window. It does have a leather wrap heated steering wheel, which is really nice. Heated steering wheel along with the heated seats. Great features when you go up to the Outer Banks. You do have a manual tilt and telescoping steering wheel. Just pull the lever over here on the left, and it can go up and down, forward and back. So I always tell people, adjust that seat to where it's just right for your legs, and then get the steering wheel where it's comfortable for your arms. That's how that'll work there. Let's look at the headlight switch over here on the left. I mentioned this in my other videos, but I like to show you all the features. So just to the left of the headlight switch is where you can see the lift gate. That is not to power it up, that is to release it or to unlock it. For someone that wants to get in the back. So you can just press that, unlocks it, especially if you have the keys on you, you can press that button if you have the vehicle unlocked. Your headlights, I don't know if I showed this on earlier in the video because I've done a couple of these back to back, but if you do have your headlights off, or maybe you have them on completely, you shut the vehicle off, turn it back on, it's going to automatically go to auto setting. Actually, I do think I remember talking about that earlier. And then those buttons to the right, the plus and minus, are going to be the brightness for your productivity screen here that we're going to see. 6.5-inch productivity screen here, so it does upgrade that when you go Big Bend and Outer Banks, so it carries that over. So you can see the different look there. That's where you're going to see your GOAT modes and those kind of things there. So on the steering wheel on the left side is going to be your cruise control, so that can be adjusted right there above that chrome accent. Below that are your audio controls for your radio, so turn it up, down, mute it right there easily, so you don't have to take your hands off the steering wheel. Right side on the lower part down there is your Bluetooth controls, as well as you're turning the phone on and off, and also those left and right arrows. Those are for your presetting for your audio controls when you're not using the Bluetooth. And then the controls and menu up there on the top, that's what's going to control your productivity screen we just talked about earlier, right there with those buttons. Oh, something else I wanted to mention on these levers here on the left one, that's where on the end of it is where you would activate and deactivate your lane keeping system. So that's where you would click on that, and of course your turn signal up and down, and then your fog lights forward and back to activate those. The one on the right is going to be those wipers we mentioned earlier. So on the end is the rear wiper on the back, so you flip it up and down on that little knob on the end to turn it on and off, and then your wipers, the little lever that goes and rotates up and down, that is where you would want to set that for your auto or for your rain sensing wipers. And then if you want to turn it on and off, you would move that up and down right there. Now let's talk about this. Does have push button start, so you don't have to get the keys out to get in or out or to start it. You just hit that push button start right there. It does have a nice opening here. You can put cell phone, wallet, all kinds of things in there. They should move around. It does have a nice grip to it. It does have, let's talk about the climate first, dual zone climate control, so driver and front passenger have 2 different temperatures there. I love the buttons, nice rugged look to them on those dials for the left as well as the right front passenger, so they can have 2 different temperatures there with this climate control. And you can see the heated steering wheel and your heated seat buttons are on the bottom part of that climate control right there. Let's talk about your screen here. It is a AM/FM 6-speaker audio sound system. Does have Sirius XM satellite radio as well. It is, I think, free for 6 months, and then you have to pay for it after that. And then it does also come with a nice screen, 8-inch touchscreen. Get your Android Auto, Apple CarPlay configuration if you want that system as well. Also does come with the backup camera. It's going to come into view on that screen, and when you turn it on, I love the look. When you see those rocks all come together, that's a really cool look when you get in the vehicle, first start it up. I really know you're getting into that Bronco family with that nice look there too. And then of course your backup camera, as I mentioned, comes into view on that full 8-inch touchscreen right there. So real nice in how all that works. Let's move on up and talk about the auto dimming rear view mirror. So no flip lever. If it's car come up behind you with those bright lights, it's going to automatically dim that mirror. You don't have to do anything there. Overhead console, same as the other Bronco lineup, so you do have the sunglass bin. You can just push that and it's going to open that up, and then press it back. And then also you do have your interior lights up here. I have them turned off right now, but you can put it on door or fully on using those switches right there for these 2 lights above the console. Now let's talk about the floor console here, starting back here in the media hub area is what they call that. So you do have a big enough area over here where you can put like a phone or something. In fact, if you go to the Outer Banks package, you get that wireless charging pad. That's where that would be located. You do have also down there a USB port and a USB Type-C, as well as a power point down there too. So USB Type-C, a lot of phone cords are coming with that anymore. They are the faster charger than a regular USB, so if you do have that type, use that. It will charge your phone much faster that way. You do have the rotary dial shifter here, so again has that nice padding on the outside, give it a nice rugged look. Love the high gloss accent around that, and that goes around your parking, your electric parking brake right there, and that's where that's located, as well as that little hand right there. That's your auto hold. So if you want to be at a stoplight for a long period of time and let go of it, you can actually press that button. It's going to hold the brake for you or maybe if you're on a hill and you're afraid you're going to transition, there's a car behind you and you can't get over there fast enough, whatever, and it might drift back a little bit, you can hold that there too. And of course, we already talked about the GOAT modes there. It does have ambient lighting, lights up the little cup holders here, as well as the wheel wells down there, so you can adjust the ambient lighting in your screen there. And then a nice padded armrest is going to be the color either navy pear or the roast like this one. Open that up. Inside you will have another USB port and a USB Type-C in there with slots for cords to come through. So if you want one person using that one up there, one person in here, then you're good for those there in the front seat as well right there. So I think I've covered everything. Forward Pass Connect is also usually what I cover last. Forward Pass Connect allows you to stay connected to your Ford vehicle using the free Forward Pass app. So you download, put your VIN in there, you confirm it, then you can make and receive phone calls, or you can remote start your vehicle from anywhere. You can unlock and lock it, you can schedule remote start times, even locate your vehicle with that app. Also that's where you're going to see your rewards points on there when you first purchase your Bronco Sport. Also, I want to mention the floor mats. It will come with floor mats for the front seat as well as the rear seat. With this in here, we elected to go with the all-weather mat without the floor mats. That is an option when you add as optional equipment. It makes it a little bit cheaper, especially if you don't plan on using the carpeted mats. So this one has, we added as optional equipment in this particular vehicle. So I think I've covered everything here on the interior as well as around the vehicle. Let's do a little recap, talk about that free shipping policy. So that's all your standard equipment. Again, if you're looking for information on the different optional equipment, I did a video on that when we did the build and price several months ago. So I will refer you down to the description. Check out the link to that video, as well as you can click at the end of this video. I'll try to have that video as well, along with some other recommended videos and our subscribe button there. So check that out at the end of the video. And you can go ahead and check out the different optional equipment. A few more options on the Outer Banks than maybe you see on some of the other trims. And a lot of accessories you can get even after you get your Bronco Sport in. On this one we did throw in the mud flaps, all-weather mats. We actually ordered all-weather mats with the carpeted mats with this particular vehicle, and then the cargo mat. So we did that because we didn't know the availability would be on the different accessories. Now we're able to get some of those accessories. So if you want to order your Bronco Sport, which you can order Bronco Sport now, and it's probably about 6 to 8 weeks when you get that, because they've already fulfilled all the orders for the reservations. Now you can go ahead and order those. You can special order a Bronco Sport at this time and have it built the way you want it to. So do check out our website, lawmacarthur.com. You can see our current inventory. We do have a couple Bronco Sports that are available. This one is available for sale, so you can look this one up. Also see what other things we have available there, because we are ordering some Bronco Sports for inventory. So you can always check that out. You can call or send us a text message on the numbers that are on the screen, as well as those same numbers will be down in the description for you for reference at any time during the video. And take us up on this free shipping. We do have free shipping, so if you're outside of our market area, we get a lot of people that want to purchase from us because they really trust that we're going to get the vehicle ordered the way they want it to from somebody that knows the product. And you can have it delivered right to your door. So we do free shipping. We ask that you finance a vehicle with us. So most people do finance their vehicles. So if you plan on doing it anyway, you get free shipping. It's not a cost incurred onto you, and the lenders give us enough kickback to cover the cost of the shipping to you. Up to $1,000, that's usually where we cap that at. But since we're centrally located, we can pretty much go from each coast for under that $1,000. So take us up on that offer. Give us a call, send us a text message, whatever you might be there. Also, if you're first time watching one of our videos, don't forget, hit the red subscribe button down below so you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell. You'll also get notified the next time we have another video uploaded to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave your comments down below, smash a like button, share the video out. You can also find us on social media. We're at Law McArthur on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So if you want to stay updated on Ford news and updates, or what we're doing here with different specials and sales that we have going on, or even wanting to know what we do in our community, then you can check out our different social media sites there. So hope you really enjoyed this video. Until the next one, we'll see you later.